Hi, good morning and hello and welcome to everyone. Yes, recording is on. This is Kripamaya from Vienna, and I am very happy to welcome Hannah from south of France, from Provence, originally from Slovakia, right? I am originally from Hungary. So we are from neighboring countries, and both of us are certified eating psychology coach or mind-body eating coach. And both of us obtained our certification in the United States in the Institute for the Psychology of Eating. We met on LinkedIn. Thanks, LinkedIn. And it's a platform for professionals. And I am very happy to talk about everything, actually. What brought you to this certification program? What are you doing? What is your background? Whether it is educational or health-wise, whatever, everything.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you very much, Kripamaya, for welcoming me here. And I'm so excited to talk about you about these topics because it has really become my life. Talking about nutrition, about eating psychology. And, you know, I come from a family of medical doctors, conventional medical doctors. So there was always a pill for every ill in my family. And, you know, I'm telling this story so many times, and it just blows my mind every time that I needed so much time to actually take care of my own health and of the health of my family. It took me really a long time, and it was only after my mother was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. And I started to experience some symptoms on myself, so I started to search for answers, do the research because I couldn't find the answers in conventional medicine. I mean, I was to so many doctors, it's not even funny, from my childhood early on. And I myself have 4 kids. So definitely I didn't want this to happen to them because every mother wants her kids to be healthy. Yes. So I was looking for answers. And then I like sitting with beer in one hand, salty peanuts in another hand, watching some weight loss summit, because we know that women come to us mainly because they want to lose weight. Mm-hmm. And there was, one of the speakers was Mark David. Mark David is the founder of the Institute for the Eating Psychology, but you know, I didn't really, he had a wonderful speech. I mean, it was inspiring, it was motivating, but I thought, you know, I will start with nutrition because I didn't really understand the concept of psychology of eating. I didn't understand that it's the environment, that it's the relationships. You know, I thought that it's only nutrition. So I went on every diet possible. I was trying all the nutritional, you know, all the diets that are out there. Mm-hmm. And after many years, I found out that it's not only nutrition. And for everyone who's watching this, I encourage you to dig deep, really do your own research. And please don't listen to people around you who tell you that this is the only diet which you should be on. Keto, now it's very popular, but you know, we are all individuals with our own genetics, microbiome, environment. We have different lives, so there's not one solution. And then I'm very active on social media, so I started to follow Mark David and Eating Psychology Institute.
When was this?
It was, I graduated last year, mm-hmm. So it was the year before. Uh-huh. And they put out a challenge, actually. So I applied for the challenge. I mean, you had to post photos about your experience with nutrition and with eating and your family background. And I won the challenge, and I actually went into internship at the institute, and I did social media content creator. So I really had the opportunity within those 9 months, because this is also very, very important. We see coaches that are certified. They say they are certified after a week.
Yes.
But Institute of the Eating Psychology, I mean, you have to really, this is a 9-month
long study.
Yes. Long study. So you have, even if it's online, you have this really deep dive into eating psychology, into nutrition, into relationship, weight loss, and everything, diet culture.
Yes.
So yeah, and after my internship, I was certified and I started seeing clients. So yeah, that's how I got into
Hannah, first of all, what was also interesting, when your mom had that diagnosis, what made you start researching?
Well, actually, the conventional doctors took 30 years to diagnose her autoimmune disease. So her symptoms, and this is really, really important also in these times, if you have any symptoms, don't think that it's normal, that it's the age.
Yes.
That it's, that there are things which you cannot change. You always can change everything.
I fully agree on that. Fully. Yeah, and I have also seen in my family, with my beloved ones, the most with parents and very near ones, my favorite auntie, etc., etc. And they believe that, oh yeah, this is normal. I'm getting old. They go, why? How old are you? It's a 50 something or 40 something. What? I said, what? I was a kid yet when my mom started saying that, oh yes, I have this, and she was early 40s, and she started to say, because I'm getting old. And for me, I always said, something is not okay here. This is something not normal.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing normal about feeling sick. I mean, I hear so many success stories, even in my side business, like residual income business. I hear daily stories about cancer survivals, autoimmune disease in remission. I mean, it's fascinating how much you can change.
Yes.
And that's where coaching comes in, right? Because you don't want to be alone on the journey.
Yes.
You need support. You need someone who will be not pushing you, but supporting you in your decisions. So, yeah.
Yes. And what, may I ask, what was your reason for your personal purpose you were searching for and looking for all kind of alternative solutions?
Well, it started with weight loss. As many women, after having kids, I had my third child already. She was 2 months old. And I just wanted to lose weight. I didn't want anything else, like so many women. But then it was a never-ending cycle, like we see on the media. You will lose weight and everything will be okay. No, it will not be okay, because this feeling of not being enough, not being beautiful enough, slim enough, it's so in our society, it's so deep that really we have to work with all this, what we do actually, psychology of eating. So
okay, so what our approach, those who are certified or trained by Mark David at the Institute for the Psychology of Eating, how it is different, our approach, how it is different?
Well, yes, we can start with nutrition, of course, and it's very powerful. We see that it's very powerful because so many people nowadays, they have allergies, intolerances. I mean, it's in children, it's skyrocketing.
Yes.
But still, you know, you can eat the most nutritional diet on earth, but if you're eating is quickly in front of the computer while you are doing something else. If you think that it's only about eating raw salads, then unfortunately you're missing a piece of the puzzle because there are relationships. So we work on relationship with your family, your partner, your kids. We talk. Sorry?
And perhaps colleagues or friends or a larger society.
Exactly. So yeah, so society work because you have colleagues. Maybe you go to work from 9 to 5. Maybe you don't like your job.
Yeah.
And you come home and there's the fridge and you start eating. And lockdowns were a huge problem for many people exactly because of that. So I feel this is the right time really to ask a coach to help you because we are here. The anxiety, depression is also skyrocketing. So
yes, the most of the time people are asking me about overeating and emotional eating and stress eating. But I mean, they mainly formulated overeating. But I know that most of the time overeating is strongly related and intervened with emotional eating and stress eating. So overeating is for me just showing that I'm eating more, or he or she is eating more than would be necessary for the body or the stomach. We have a certain size of stomach, and we should respect that. Now, if we overeat beyond our anatomical capacity and beyond our appetite, then of course there will be a consequence. Maybe not if just once or occasionally, but if regularly we do this, of course there will be a consequence. Now, there can be many reasons why we do that, right? And if we go or someone goes to a general practitioner, that person might be very kind and very well, having very well intentions, and maybe subscribe some little bit of antidepressant or something, and sending maybe to a psychologist or tell me what is the
or maybe in France, because I live in France, and unfortunately it's very common to prescribe some weight loss pill, something. And what you were talking about overeating, you have to ask the question, is it really food that I need? Because maybe it's the stress, maybe you don't feel loved, and we know that food, when you're a baby, you are crying because you want your mother, you want milk, so we have this connection that food is love. So the first thing when we don't feel loved, we immediately grab that, chocolate or whatever. I don't say that chocolate is bad, but you have to understand, yes, now, I have this feeling of not being loved. Okay, I will have this piece of chocolate, but I will eat it very, very slowly. I will savor every single bite, and you will see that you will not need that, big bar of chocolate. You will need just these two pieces of chocolate.
Yes. But we have to really make it like celebration.
Exactly.
But I wanted to ask you that, or just reflect on that for a second, that since you are coming from a family with medical backgrounds, that, if somebody is told to, okay, take these pills and go to see this psychologist, is it necessary to take the pills, or why not? Because you already said, no, it's not. but why not? And why, when is it necessary? And when should we go, or someone go and see the psychologist or the psychiatrist, and when not? Why is it good to have around some eating psychology coaches and well-being mentors?
Yes, I feel the main reason why people don't go to psychologists or eating psychologists, because there's this stigma around psychology. You know, they think they told me I'm nuts and I have to go and see some psychologist. No, but you know, it's not that. It's like everything you need is already inside you. So the coach, he will just, or she will just help you to see the connections, you know, connections with your parents, with your partner, with why you choose the food you choose. So really it's about mindfulness, mindful eating. We talk a lot about mindful eating. And yes, there is a place for conventional medicine, but I'm a very big proponent of prevention. And people think that it's, you know, just this one solution, this one pill, this one practice, but it's not like that. You know? So you really have to commit. It's not like you will see in 1 week, you will see the
result.
You will be cured result. No, it's really, and we coaches, we have 3-month programs, 6-month programs, because you really have to commit to this time and get help, get support.
Yes.
Mm.
So yes, I also say that this is a journey, as Mark also says, that this is a journey, and all symptoms with our body or our discomfort in the body, which is, for example, my case, has been and had been and has been, sometimes it's still coming back, that I don't feel fully comfortable in my body. So it's important that, yes, we discover, we go deep, and we make some self-inquiry. And not everybody is trained in that. Now, if you need this self-inquiry and you don't know how to do and how to go about that, you know, why am I putting on this weight? There can be thousands of reasons why we are putting on weight. And why am I eating too much? Or why am I not eating? Why do I want to suppress my hunger? Why do I want to alienate myself from all the nice goodies, whatever?
Yeah, we are fighting the appetite all the time, right? The appetite is something normal. It's like God or spirit or whoever you believe in gave you this body which has natural appetite, you know? So you don't have to fight it. You don't have to like be in this constant battle with your body. So yeah.
Yeah, but you need, what I wanted to, you know, that you need an expert. You need someone to go to discuss all these things. Because I remember when I was at the point, when was it, maybe 15, 20 years ago, when somebody would tell me that, but are you chewing your food? I said, of course I'm chewing. I was well acquainted in Ayurveda and all kinds of sciences and spiritual sciences. And I thought that I am conscious. But then when I heard this question, I went home and then I started observing myself. And yes, indeed, I noticed that in certain circumstances, I do not chew properly my food. And just this little thing can launch a cascade of all kinds of events in the body, negative. So, but yes.
Sorry, I will, because you mentioned last time when we were talking together on Instagram, you mentioned that already in the kindergarten, we are pushed to hurry, hurry, hurry. Quick, the food, and then to school, and then to some, you know, if you're in college, lessons. So this is the main problem, actually.
Yes. This is, yes, one one
No,
one of the main
there
problems.
are so many, there are so many issues where you can work on, with your clients, and
Yes.
it's life changing. When you realize, even after 3 months, when you realize what is possible, you become empowered.
Yes. That's
You become empowered, and then you can empower your kids, your family, your colleagues, and society in the long run.
Anna. I know that the French, I had been living not for a long time, but shorter period of times in France. And I had been living in Geneva, just on the border of France and Switzerland for 15 years. So I know a little bit the French culture and the Mediterranean culture. They are eating differently. They have long lunch time, and doesn't matter what time they finish after later, but they would rather give more time to a lunch and properly consume the lunch and a little bit of maybe red wine or something and then finish later in the office. But for example, in Central Europe or the northern countries, I know about lots of workplaces where there is no proper lunchtime.
Or half an hour.
What would you tell those women who doesn't have, they have to steal the time to quickly throw in something? What would you tell those?
Well, that's really interesting question. And we had this time during lockdown to really know our body, And when you feel that you can take this time, at least half an hour, but it's definitely better to take an hour to really see the food, because our eyes, it goes with metabolism. If you see the food, which is beautiful, colorful, your stomach knows that you're going to eat.
Yeah.
So already there's the digestion process, it has started, just by seeing the food. So it's a difficult question, because some bosses, like majority of people, they don't recognize this. So maybe you can really talk with your boss, or if it's not possible, then lunch will not be your main meal. Your main meal will be 7 p.m.
Yeah. Yes.
It would be wonderful. Then I practice intermittent fasting, which is wonderful. So maybe really this you will have to do it like that, because otherwise you will just rush. It won't help you. You will have this in 3 p.m. You will have this craving for something sweet, something salty, and that's where the whole cycle begins.
Yeah.
So there are. I just wanted to add, because I had one client who told me we have mobile phones on table all the time.
Yeah.
And I told her, this is very important. When you come home, you put your mobile phone in the hall or wherever, and nobody will have any electronic devices on the table.
Yes, so, very important. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is also one reason why very handy and very useful to have an eating psychology coach for you, because we have to together find out and figure it out what is best for the client, for you. How can you manage, whether it is in the relationship, maybe because your partner doesn't really open for your changes, which would you like to introduce, or at workplace there is a problem. But then what I used to do with these ladies, I always discover I have tons of questions, and we look every little details. What can be done to change the working environment in a way so that she can have a nice meal there. What can we do with the colleagues or the managers to change a little bit the environment so that there is possibility to go away a little bit, have a little privacy, and eat something properly. And you know what, even in kindergartens and educational institutes, this is an issue. I had clients like pedagogues, teachers from kindergarten and primary school and even middle school, and they had their own self. They had the problem of that we have to rush, or we don't have time to eat, and we have to tell the kids to hurry. So this is actually, when we help our clients in this matter, I think we are creating a new culture.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And you know, I had to tell my daughter to explain to the teacher as well, because she only had like 15 minutes for lunch. And I told her, please explain to your teacher, I'm also planning to have some body image workshop at school. This is also a very important part of eating psychology, body image, embodiment, empowerment. So really, we are creating this culture. And you know, the more people start to talk about it, the better, because we have to all realize it's not only about diets and how many calories you eat and how much do you exercise. So
exactly. And the best way, you know, this is the negative way, as Mark used to do it. First, when I heard this, I was amazed, astonished. But the best way to gain weight is to starve yourself, to hurry, not to chew well the food, etc. He used to put it this way. But yes, it is true. If we don't consecrate the proper time to eat our breakfast and our lunch in a relaxed, appreciative way, then we're gonna reach for that bonbon, whether it is chocolate or a candy or whatever, maybe already in the morning time or early afternoon. And then you go home and then eat up everything in the evening, whatever exists in the fridge or whatever. And then we also reach to the binge eating issue, or not issue, let's say a symptom. Binge eating is also just a symptom. It's just indicating something, right?
And I would like to add that eating psychologists will help you to get rid of this guilt. You know, so many women have this guilt. I had a cake on the birthday party. I had this, I had that. And this guilt, you know, like I will start the diet on Monday, but already on Tuesday you're binge eating, and you have this guilt, and you talk like you know, I will start it on the Monday. So really, it's such a, it's really a work process, a journey, as you said, because you have to realize that maybe this guilt, maybe this trauma goes back to your childhood.
Exactly.
Where your mother told you or your father told you that you are not slim enough, you're eating all the time. So really, with clients, we dive deep into childhood, which can be very difficult for many, but it's very powerful. So.
Yes, it is totally worthwhile to do it. Yes, it's totally to clear up. I remember also I had a client whose problem came from the dining table in childhood, where there was a great tension. And she developed a kind of better not to be hungry, better just leave the table as soon as possible. And that was this mechanism, this self-protective mechanism was still working in her well into adulthood. And we had to find that root cause, why you are not feeling relaxed and happy at the table. Why don't you allow yourself to enjoy your food? Because it was not possible that time. Exactly. It is ingrained. So we have to clear all those things, and it is possible to clear. It is possible to transform those memories, thanks God.
And I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure you see it. People after coaching sessions, they are inspired, they are motivated, they talk about it, they tell their colleagues. Colleagues are asking, "What are you doing? You changed," and so on. So really, it can be life changing. So I encourage everyone to contact either Kripamaya or me, so we can help you, we can support you on your journey.
Check out Hannah. She has a wonderful website, Food in Provence, and the same in Instagram as well. Yeah. She has amazing photographs and recipes and everything. But I think we all of us know at the Institute, we like eating, we like photographing and concoct something special. So check it out. My website doesn't really have much more picture, but I have pictures, food photos, and my recipes on my Instagram account, Kripamaya, and my Facebook account page, kripamaya.mentoring. So look around, get to know us, and you have to talk to us, you have to listen to us, look at the content, how we write, how we speak, because you have to work with someone you resonate the most.
Exactly.
And more approachable for you, you feel the more à l'aise, the more comfortable with someone. That is very important. So our sessions are not like going to see a doctor or going to see a psychologist. Our sessions are more friendly, more intimate. And our goal is to make you feel really relaxed and open up.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, just one last thing I wanted to tell you, because Mark David has a wonderful book, Slow Down Diet, and it's about that. I encourage everyone to read it. It came out in many languages. It's called Slow Down Diet, which already, slow down. Everybody wants to slow down, and if everyone would slow down, they will have more pleasure in life, and they will be more energized and vibrant.
Yes. And if you want to go through the book really thoroughly, and then you just contact us, and then we help you and assist you in that. Exactly. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you, Hannah, for coming. Thank you for this conversation, and I hope we will meet again and we will talk about other topics. I have some ideas in my mind already. Well,
I'm looking forward to that.
All right. So thank you and have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.